notification bell to never miss a video from Foreign Admits.
Okay, so before I proceed, can you introduce yourselves a little bit?
Hey, yes. My name is Priyan, and I'm a principal data scientist at Oracle Cloud. I have been working at Oracle Cloud since 2018, so almost 4 years now. And my US journey started in 2017. Well, it really started in 2016 because you need to prepare like the application process and everything takes some time, right? So I'd say, yeah, I started in 2016 with, preparing for the GRE exam and then, TOEFL and then working on your applications and things like that. And then I started to apply to a few colleges. I got admit from almost all of them. And then I decided to join UW because of the location. And of course, the CS department here is, very well renowned. And Seattle is also kind of the cloud capital. So I had that in the back of the mind when I decided the university, but it depends on individual how they want to go. So I started, I joined UW in 2017. I joined them for MS in information systems, and then I graduated in 2018. And I was fortunate to get a job from the career fair. A couple of other friends also got the job through career fair, but majority of our folks, I say like 90% of people, they do try to network outside, use their own contacts, and get referrals and things like that. So that's like the go-to route for every international student, or literally any student here. So then I got the job in Oracle Cloud, and then I had a couple of other opportunities, but this was more appealing, in terms of both learning as well as economically as well. So I decided to join them, and I've been working there for the past 4 years. So yeah, so
Okay.
that has been my, like at a high level, that has been the journey. And in India, I had a bachelor's in electrical engineering. I kind of wanted to pursue, master's in electrical by the time I was about to graduate from my bachelor's, but that changed after I worked in the IT industry for about 4 years in India. So
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for the introduction. So my next question is like, what was the motivation? Like you said, you have done your electrical engineering. So like, how did you plan that? Okay, now I'm not going to do my, masters in the same department. And also which country you should choose. Like, how did you kind of decide that?
yeah, so like I said, when I was about to graduate in the final year, I kind of wanted to do a master's in electrical, because I liked electrical engineering, and I was always like a good student and everything. I also wanted to join a public sector, and I did get into BARC, the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. But one of the greatest influences that I had during that time, while making decision, was from my sisters, because both of them are in the IT industry. My brother-in-laws are also in the IT industry, and they kind of tried to persuade me to join the IT. And I mean, it made sense at the time, because I was I always had this mentality of going outside, going abroad to do studies, and kind of like that kind of lifestyle. So I wanted to have that, and that was more readily available in the tech industry than say like a government PSU like BARC, right? And of course, the money as well, right? Because that's always a factor. Because in India, in public sector, it's a very stable job, and you of course start with like a good salary, but soon it kind of becomes like little stale. I wouldn't say I mean, most of my friends from my college, they are in public sector. A lot of them are in civil service, a lot of them are in things like Indian Oil, Coal India. So it's like 70 to 80% of them are there. So it works out for them, but at that point in time, it did not work out for me. And then I put in a lot of thought, of what I want to do, 10 years down the line, 7 years down the line. And I did not see myself working in like in a government job. So so I decided, let's move to the tech industry and give it a shot. So I moved there, and then I worked there for about 4 years, 3.3 and 3.75 years, so to say, before I decided to switch gears a little, because I wasn't getting enough traction to say, like, go and get a job outside of India and move to a different country and things like that. So I decided to kind of like do a master's, and I was working with primarily with databases, right? So that's why I thought, like, okay, so I have been working as a custodian of the data. Now why not explore looking at the data and making insight out of it? So that's why I decided to let's pick a course which isn't like very long, which isn't 2 years, because I don't want to spend 2 years of my time. But at the same time, I get to learn what I want to learn. Then I looked up certain courses, and I applied to, I think I applied to 6 or 7 universities. So yeah, I mean, I applied to sunny Buffalo. I applied to Carnegie Mellon. I applied to UC Berkeley. I applied to Cincinnati, Texas A&M, and UW. So I got admits from all of them except Berkeley. But Berkeley was like that was like my biggest choice. Like, if I had gotten an admit from there, I would have gone there. But out of all the remaining, it was really between CMU and UW to decide. And the reason I went with UW is I had a few seniors here, my friend's sister, who went in the same program. So I had like more insight about the program and what to do and what not to do. So, and then, it was, both of them were equal duration. And then of course, like Seattle, after Bay Area, Seattle is like the tech hub in US. And then the course fee in CMU was also pretty high. And at that point in time, I think we had, political environment was also not very good when we came to US, especially in 2017-18. So I decided, it's a short-term risk to go with UW. Plus, obviously, like, the course structure was good. I had spoken to a few professors about, the specialization kind of things, what fields you want to focus more on. So that's why I decided, let's go ahead and go with UW. I don't know if that answers your question. It's a very convoluted, long answer, but
Correct. No, that was really elaborative, but yeah, it's good so that we can get to know more about what was the entire experience. So, are the job opportunities after the completion of the course, like, how is it? Is it really good in the US, or how is it?
yeah, so especially in the tech industry, right, it is really good. Like, you can basically do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
A lot of us made career changes. I made a career change from working with databases to data science.
Hmm.
uh, and most of my friends, they have actually switched from, say, like a business analyst to product management, to from a consultant to product manager, from a regular analyst to SDE, and support engineer to SDE. So yeah, like that is possible. I think in terms of opportunities, the legwork has to be done by you, the student.
Right.
You need to network with your alumni. Like, your school is definitely going to organize some sort of alumni event. They do that very frequently. You need to network with your seniors, because they are going to be super helpful, because they have been in the program, and people who come to those events, they genuinely want to help students.
Hmm.
But don't rely on making that like the single destination, the way they go, right? Try to build your own network. And the way to do this is, there are a lot of different opportunities within the university, in the sense that what I did is, so I actually worked in an innovation lab within UW. It's called Comotion, Center for Commercialization. So what they do is, it's like a startup incubator of UW. So anyone who has an idea or a product, they go to UW, and then they pitch their idea. They have like investors come in on a regular basis, like angel investors, and they pitch their idea, and they get like some initial funding. And during that entire process, Commotion is going to guide you. So Commotion has employees who will work with you, people who know how to make a business plan, people who know how to create a pitch to the investors, people who know what to do with the money, how to create like a roadmap. So those employees, they hire from UW. Like it can be a student, it
Okay.
can be somebody from the B school. So for me, since I was in the B school, I had more credibility to my capabilities of building like a business plan, things like market research, marketing analytics, and things like that. So I was working there. That kind of helped get some sort of exposure into the industry, as well as build some of those contacts. And then I was also working with something called the Sensors and Energy Lab. It was in the electrical and computer engineering department. There you get exposure to a lot of like the Seattle area folks, where people like the small companies who want to invest in getting like technology, right, and getting the patent and things like that. So you get exposure to that. And then obviously you create your own network, you try to go and meet with people, you try to go and meet with students who have actually made such similar career changes, right, to get their experience. And they don't have to be like somebody who graduated 5 years ago, because the scenario was very different. So you try to go and meet people who graduated say last year, and who made a similar switch that you want to make. Go and meet them, understand their experience, use their contacts because they might help you. So literally like meeting people, building your network, and then of course like using referrals for applying to jobs is going to help you. And your university is definitely going to help like flesh out your resume, build your resume, and things like that. So that's going to be taken care of.